teaching basic stage foundation using cheap drugstore stuff so that anybody can do it. What I use for this is just a normal blusher brush. Just any foundation that matches your skin tone or one shade darker. Loose powder, and translucent's best. And if you want to, you can use a bronzer. But that's all that you'll need, and this is great for just making your skin smooth and all one color before you go on with the rest of your stage makeup. Enjoy! Start with any foundation that's your natural skin color or one shade darker. And I just make sure my fingers are clean. Put a little on my nose, little on my chin, cheek, and forehead. And if you're sleepy, since you've been at tech and dress rehearsal for the past couple days, also put a little bit under your eyes. Right there. So this is where I start. And I just rub it in with my clean fingers. Now if you're doing this on somebody else, you probably don't want to use your fingers. You probably want to use a brush like this. You see that? But I just use my fingers since I'm doing it on myself. I can blend it better with my fingers. So just smear that around under your eyes. Make sure it's smooth. Cover any blemishes you have. I've got a couple. And you don't have to be super graceful or careful. You just kind of smear it all over your face. Then when you're done, you get a close look at your face and make sure that there's no streaks or anything, but you're on stage and you're pretty far away from your audience at our school, so you don't have to be perfect. You just want to give yourself a nice smooth foundation like that. Now if you have any bigger blemishes that you don't want anybody to see, you can get something like a cheap concealer. You just put a teeny bit on your finger, and I kind of just dot my fingers together like that, and dot over your blemish, and then go further and further away from it. Kind of like stippling in art class. Make sure those are covered, and I put a little on my eyelids too because it helps my eyeshadow stay a little better later. Make sure you blend it down into your neck too. Then, since you'll probably be sweaty because you're doing a show, take loose powder or a powder in a compact. I like the loose stuff. And I just put a little bit in the lid. And I swirl it around so that it's all over just any blusher brush or powder brush. So it looks like this. And then you just put it all over your face, and if it gets on your clothes, it's okay. It'll brush off. I usually like to do this before I get in costume, so that if I do get any makeup on myself, it's not on my pretty costume. And on those blemishy parts, if you do little circles, it'll kind of help to hide it. Now you really want to get it on your nose and your forehead and your chin, because that's probably where you'll be the most sweaty. And that's basic foundation. If you want to go one step further, you can take any bronzer and swirl a little on the brush. Not too much. And then you suck in your cheeks and put it right underneath your cheekbone. This is especially good if you're supposed to play an older character and your face is a little round. It kind of just makes you have more prominent cheekbones. Like that. And then what I like to do too on stage is I'll just put a little underneath here. Teeny tiny bit, not too much. Just kind of blend it down. It gives your jawline a little more definition. It's called contouring. And that is basic foundation.